Different type of hell. Different type of hell. Yeah. Different type of animal. Now everybody better listen up. For my people in the struggle who never gave a what. Even when life try to press you down, turn your frown to a smile. I make styles just to lift you up. I'm a different type of animal. Way different type of animal. To the succeed, easy to see. I'm a different type of animal. Different type of animal. No fur, no scales, just feathers on me. Different type of animal. Steady hustling, steady grinding. Getting money every time I put my time in. When they ask what I got up under my sleeve, they never gon' believe when I tell them it's all timing. Everybody want a real life attitude. Incoherent, now they mad at you. Some people can't get it, now they laugh at you. Till they see the glow, now they copying the altitude. I never was a type, it was handed to. Had to put it together like mechanics do. Now you see I got the tools to succeed. Different mindset, different breed, different view every time I play or breathe. Quantum thoughts, I evolve every week. Young Al, been wild since a young child. Still fresh to the death, no funeral style. How could you walk in my shoes? We run the town, big shoes to fill. Never been a clown. I'm a different type of animal. Way different type of animal. To the succeed, easy to see. I'm a different type of animal. Different type of animal. No fur, no scales, just feathers on me. Different type of animal. Talking about the block, I've been around, fighting through the hard times till it spin around. Game tight, move smooth, never hear a sound. Big pressure every time we hit the town. Couldn't touch me with a yardstick. Running through the paper on that backyard business. Chasing dreams, chasing cream to the team. Rich 5'8", but I'm standing on that stand tall mindset. See these monkeys trying to pull me from the tree. Yeah, they put me down before that, just turned me to a beast. So I hopped into the streets, showed the hungry how to eat. Oklahoma on my back, now I'm bringing pressure to the beat. Cold hard world, colder in the streets. Money on my mind, barely get to sleep. Dreams feel close, still feel out of reach. Lights up ahead, I just want a little peace. Still a student of the game, don't qualify to teach. Learn lessons every day, so I evolve every week. I'm not an animal, life just got wild. So I did what I had to do, the other routes was foul. No copy, no paste, you can't get my style. Heart on my sleeve, still walk with a smile. Judge me by my past, take a look at me now. I ain't doing this for me, I just wanna make my mama proud. Quantum only is untrue, yo, we bringing it out. Why y'all watching me? Better watch the crowd. I'm a different type of animal. Way different type of animal. To the succeed, easy to see. I'm a different type of animal. Different type of animal. No fur, no scales, just feathers on me. Different type of animal. Different type of animal. Different type of animal.
As I heard Oli snoring, I was listening to y'all argument for like 15 minutes. I heard Oli snoring. I'm like, oh yeah, that must be my cue. And this background I put together is fire right here. Yeah, you're right, man. It's about time somebody called these gentlemen out. I was so insulted by Cedrick Ortega, not even in the sense of him like calling me out my name and the fact that he was being intellectually dishonest, and he almost convinced me. That's why I'm mad. Like, this nigga almost got me. He almost got me thinking Oli shit was crazy. Then I said, have you read it? He's like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, oh, damn. You said all that whole paragraph and you haven't even read it yet? I thought you read it.
That's ridiculous. I heard that.
Almost had me convinced because I don't know. They present themselves as the authority, which if they do it with enough confidence, people start thinking they the authority for real.
Facts.
They like, wait, the magic that they was using was like, wait, working on me, man. But I've broken the spell, man. The spell has been broken. I'm no longer a part of, a part of the. I ain't gonna say that word. They be calling they shit a cult, but blind belief. You know what I'm saying? And the cognitive dissonance when challenging. I see why they say it. It's giving cult vibes. I'm not gonna call the pseudo killers that because I know it's not that. It's just a group of people who love science. And if it's so, if it so happens to be like that or seem like that, that's just what it is, but it's not done on purpose. But yeah, man, these guys are guilty of committing a straw man fallacy. Hold on, let me pull up my presentation. Let me pull up my presentation. What's your gripe, Kaz, with Said? What's going on with you and him? Cedrick Ortega. I mean, Cosmon Cal, you there?
No, I think I handle mine. You dig what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing. I caught him lying so much, and then all he did in the end of the day is agree with what Owaspy say. He just saying you can't do it, but science is saying you can, and Owaspy is saying you must apply science, facts, figures, numbers, things that are commonly known. You dig what I'm talking about? Apply the scientific method. You must. Right? So in actuality, he agrees with Owaspy. He just didn't know it. Right? Because he ignorantly wouldn't read it. He just made claims about it because he thinks it's like a Bible. Well, it is a Bible, but a Bible is a collection of books. Right? But he think it's like the Christian Bible. He think it does the same thing.
So he's trying to debunk it without actually reading it. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
The same thing that we have here with him and Oli. That's crazy. Okay, so it is a consistent theme with them.
Yeah.
I lit into him. First of all, I kind of want to just show the video.
Yeah, go grab the video. Yeah, that's what we doing, man. It's a marathon, man. We hopefully we could break the spell on anybody else who's under the Cedrick Ortega spell. You feel me? And if they can see this as a consistent theme throughout their investigations, maybe they'll stop taking them serious. Or at least maybe Cedrick Ortega will start actually using the required methodology when investigating a new framework. That's all we asking. Methodological. Where was the method? What was the method used in debunking Oli's work? Chat GP. We just gonna Google it. The same people that tell us Google is gonna get us in trouble. Google got these niggas in trouble. Go ahead though. Yeah, you getting that video?
It seemed to me though, bro, like they only respect and I'm not trying to be a blackologist. I'm not. Just people got to give me a break. But it just seems to me that anybody black that's got anything to say, they don't agree with it. Ivan Van Sertima, anybody, Dr. Ben, all them pseudo over there. None of them are respected scholars, scientists, nothing. All of them. Not even Sheikh Anti-Diop is a respected scientist or scholar over there. They call him pseudo. That's crazy. Not one black person, but they'll have somebody, Egyptologists, all type of bogus, phony people over there doing crazy stuff. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Yeah.
This happened before, and I couldn't really understand it. Like they were trying to do this to Team Naga, and it was like they wouldn't read the information that they were presenting, but trying to say like my homies was crazy, and I don't know. I didn't really peep it at the time. Like I peeped this one. I thought it was something that they were saying that was like completely wrong, and I don't know. It was almost like we don't want to look at it and give it validation by looking at it.
Right.
Because y'all trying to come up off our name since we really do this science stuff. But it's like, I don't believe they really do the science stuff because that's not how they
really don't.
Stuff, I've since talked to some scholars that's going to look at Oli stuff and they're going to look at it fairly. You know what I'm saying? They don't have no bias. They actually want to look at it and help him refine and tighten up his work. That's what this is about. It's not, it's not a gotcha moment for Said. Said could have been the elder that, we expected him to be, reviewed the work and said, hey, this is where it's sound and this is where it ain't. If you fix this stuff, you might have something here. Oli said he's not expecting anybody to agree with him, but at least look at the work so you could tell him where you disagree.
That's right.
How do you feel about chapter 3, Said? How do you feel about the section on divine mechanics? Said you can't even talk about the topic. Said I got questions I wanted to ask. You can't answer, but you up here acting as the authority on the subject. I'm baffled. Oh, I can't talk at you, Bubblegum. Oh, Big Kai's got his screen up. We're gonna go to your stuff first, Cosmo. There you go.
I was just
I get this presentation up.
I want y'all to notice we don't get 2 minutes in the video before the claims just start getting debunked. And this is why you gotta let people talk. Right? They'll usually expose themselves in the end of the day. Listen clear now. You know what I mean? Miss Cleo, call me now. Come to the front, boy. You dig what I'm talking about? Because you was making some claims. You know what I mean? You had your little bacon lips tooted up all in the screen. Huh? Had your little bacon lips. Ortega bacon. You had that Ortega bacon on your lips. You dig what I'm talking about? But you are talking nonsense, man. You are saying things that are illogical. If you just opened up the first page of OWASP in the editorial, it says, if a book is going to give you knowledge that you never heard of or never knew before, it ought to give you a way to explain it, right? And to rationalize it and to scientifically look at it. He gonna
that's
make some
invitation too
claims,
good, bro.
right? And we just gonna look right into it and go right into the text and debunk everything he's saying, right? Because what he don't know is, boy, if any truth come out your mouth, it's only because Creator allowed it. Huh? You are ignorant to the fact that you would try to debate a topic or a book you've never read.
Now that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hadouken!
My brother.
I'm gonna speed it up a little.
What's the word, Jelly Bird? Huh?
Yeah, man, you got me over here cracking up, bro.
Hey,
Yo, you is funny.
This is so weak. I had to address it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Who you?
They get to do that emotional over talking. You dig?
Because I skimmed through the video. Yeah, I skimmed through the video, man. I'm like, yo, he ain't talking about nothing. He ain't even. It wasn't even. I couldn't even sit there and listen to that.
Right. He was just asking simple questions that if you had the intestinal fortitude or the mental wherewithal to actually open the page, right?
They said share the video.
Just like you open that page to learn that the metallurgical naturalism. You learn that, boy.
That nigga sounds just like that nigga, man.
Hey, man, you got the accent down pretty good, bro.
Yeah.
Harold Cosmizzy in the house. What's the word, Jelly Bird?
Hey, salute my brothers. How y'all doing, man?
What's up, fam?
Oh, yeah. We're gonna let this one float. This was too easy. This was a softball. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm about to knock him out the park real quick because
Viewing a book that was never read, critique.
right in the news, right? Right in the news.
All right. OWASP deconstructed anatomy of a manufactured revelation. And this is the OWASP text here. You see it's a
right off tops. Caught him lying. He said, that's Owaspy. Everybody. Now I want y'all to. The reason I stopped it right there is because I wanted to show y'all he's lying. Owaspy doesn't have a handwritten text at all. Right? People say you lying, cow pig. Well, how the book get written if didn't nobody write it? It's the first book ever to be solely written on a typewriter. People be thinking I'm lying when I say that. Hold on, but I got to show you. Watch this. Let's ask the question. Hold on. Damn. Hold on. Okay. Does Owaspy come from a prior handwritten text? Now let me hold on. I want to fix that word. Oh. Watch this.
Hey, keep looking at it. Don't stop now. I ain't saying that. I was just gonna ask any other brothers if they had anything they wanted to say in the interim while you look that up.
There you go, right here.
Dude, I actually do.
Watch this. Go ahead, brothers.
Click through my slide to show what was going on. The name of this presentation is "The Gatekeepers Strike Again: How Critics Attempted to Debunk a Philosophy They Never Read." And it's crazy. This whole presentation applies to you as well. You could have put this presentation together and submitted it on their interaction with you. I'm seeing the exact same behavior. It's crazy. The opening question: can an idea be fairly criticized before it is understood? Reviewing a book that was never read, critiquing a movie that was never watched, judging a court case without examining the evidence. The role of a serious critic. The standard of intellectual responsibility is step one: read the source material. Do not rely on secondary summaries, Google AI overviews. They built their whole argument against you, my mans, and several other people off Google AI overviews, and they want to be taken seriously as scholars in an extra intellectual setting. Like, we should have laughed these people out of the room at the beginning.
Facts.
Somehow the same thing that they chastise everybody else for when we do it to them and debunk them, they were turning around and doing. Like, all of a sudden it's cool to use ChatGPT. When we was doing the African science debate, it wasn't cool, and people was ChatGPT was gonna get us in trouble. That's what they were saying. We gonna get in trouble using ChatGPT. We don't know what we doing.
What?
Okay, man, come on. Okay, step two: understand the claims, comprehend the author's specific definitions. Step three: actually represent the position. Step four: evaluate strengths and weaknesses, apply logic, evidence, and coherence testing. Okay, this is what we should have seen. This is what I expected to see from them. This is what we've yet to see. And anywhere out here when I see them dealing with people. And then the funny thing is they'll say, what's to debate? They don't know what to debate because they haven't read anybody's stuff.
Right.
So he's telling my mans there's nothing to debate. Like, well, of course you would say that. You ain't read this shit. Of course he don't want to debate Cosmon. What's to debate? Is he saying the same thing to you, Cosmon?
Yeah.
This is how they run. This is how they show up, are intellectually lazy, don't actually review the people's ideas, and of course they don't know what to debate. They haven't read a damn thing. They haven't read a damn thing.
Just disingenuous, man.
It's disingenuous, and I argue with you for 4 hours. Trying to talk you out of believing in yourself.
And what's objective? What's sitting there right in front of your face? Not what somebody believe about something or their opinion about it or You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, their subjective point of view on it. What's real? You know what I mean? And they expect us to, you know, basically, you know, just give away our free will to them. You know, to stop. You know, they want us to stop critically thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
see,
we're
they
not about
stopped
to do that.
saying
We're about to
they
hold their
stopped.
feet to the fire, bro. They wanted to act like they the intellectual police, but these niggas are busted right now.
That's
Right.
right.
It's these niggas who needed to get bonded out. And these niggas would need a pardon, you know, for the crimes that they've been trying to charge people for. The same stuff. The forensic timeline, chronology of an intellectual breakdown. Let me show y'all how this should go. Source materials provided. The philosophy is formally introduced via written text, whether it's the OWASP, whether it's quantum onlyism, whether it's something that you may come up with tomorrow. That's step one.
Or you
Initial
know,
discussions
A1,
begin.
sorry, A1. Or it could be
Right.
meta mirror market mathematics that they laugh at me about, my mathematics that I invented.
Exactly. I'm not hip to it. But before I try to debunk it and say you crazy, I have to first go through this process, and I wouldn't abandon it. Because to
That's
abandon
right.
it is intellectually irresponsible, is dishonest, and it's doing a disservice to the people at home who showed up to try to learn something. And
You
that's why
said
I can't
another
let the
word
shit
that
Cedrick Ortega did go on under my watch.
you
I will
you
never
said another.
let what Cedric go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I want
Go
you
ahead,
to
guys.
finish me.
Okay. I was gonna say I will
Because you hit
never let what
you hit
Cedric
another
Ortega
word
do.
right on the head.
What was the word I used?
Lazy.
Yeah, lazy. It was lazy.
Intellectually lazy, yeah.
And it sucks because there was one person who did do it out of the pseudo killers, which messed it up for all of them. It shows how really just lazy they are. And it sucks. Even my favorite pseudo killer, Juju, was in the chat. Like, we don't want to read his book. Well, cool. And that's okay. I'm not saying you have to want to read it, but you can't not read it and then try to argue about it.
That's right.
You just haven't done your homework. You
Right.
like what book, bro? You it's like trying to turn in a book report and you haven't read the book. It's okay
But
for
they
you not to want
know
to read the
that.
book. Then don't get up here trying to give your verbal book report. We don't want to hear what you think about it because you haven't read it. You can't. What can you actually offer to the conversation about a book you haven't read? The same thing they was attempting to say about Babylon Dawn when they kicked you off. Remember, they was like, "Okay, we let you go. What can you add to the discourse?"
Yeah. Same
It's like
trying
what
to
without reading somebody's text, what can you add? He can't add nothing about Owaspy. He ain't read Owaspy.
Right.
I don't say nothing about Owaspy because I ain't read it yet, and I just know I shouldn't. I know it's dishonest. I know I'm setting myself up to get dragged around the room.
Yeah, it'd be bad.
Yeah, it would be bad. Imagine me trying to challenge Cosmon. Owaspy's bullshit, Cosmon. But I ain't never read it. I don't have no ammo. What bullets are I can use against him? I can pick up the text. I know not to come to a gunfight unarmed.
Right. That part. That's the part.
Look,
That's the part right there, A1.
Why would I do that to myself?
God damn, you almost made me go.
But see, Cedrick Ortega, he thinks he's a magician. He thinks he's a word wizard and that he can just talk you out of believing in your stuff without actually ever having to look at it.
If I say some big words, extrapolate. You will not know what I'm saying, A1. So with the methodological system we find down here in the world, we just come around to it's you just don't know. It's asinine.
The brother had me on for real. He had me on the
That's
strand.
how how do you argue with that? He ain't say nothing.
I'm mad right now because
he ain't say nothing. This A1. I didn't even get 2 minutes in this man video, and I debunked everything. Just go along right with what you saying.
That's why I had to pull it up, man.
Never read it.
They do this to everybody now, and everybody's gonna start seeing it for what it is. Now people are just really gonna start telling them, "Shut up, bro," and stop taking them serious. Like we got to start little boying him if he gonna do this. You know. I'm gonna treat you like the little boy you are who don't want to read. I remember when I was a kid, right?
Going on right now, man. That's
This
a real
how my vernacular got so nice. You know, when I was a kid and I had questions, I would go ask my dad, like, "What's this mean?" He'd be like, "Go get the dictionary, look it up." I'd be like, "No, never mind. No,
right,
it's too late now. Ain't no never mind. Go get the dictionary."
right.
He'd be like, "I want to know what it means now.
Mhm.
Go get the dictionary and tell me." So I had to look everything up as a kid. It wasn't no Google.
Right.
But this is how I was raised. Like, if you don't know something, you look it up. You don't read past the words you don't know either.
Yeah. You
So
go get a
it's
dictionary, and we had the whole Encyclopedia Britannica at the crib.
Mhm.
It's like it was like multiple copies of this shit.
And Cedrick ain't no young buck though. He acting like he a 2000s baby who grew up off a tablet. Like, I don't know what's
way
the
older
problem
than
is
us.
with reviewing some
Was
work.
in his 60s.
It's because it takes time though. They might have had to take a week or two to. Your book is like over 1,000 pages.
Yeah, it's 1,500 pages to that book.
You know, I got the PDF because before I speak on it in any shape, form, or fashion, I got to read it and give it a fair assessment, an unbiased look. I'm not going into your text reading it thinking it's wrong. I'm not going into it reading and thinking it's right. I'm going into it to see what it says and see what resonates with me personally.
The dope part is
to see what common ground I can find with you first. First, I like finding common ground before I start pointing out all the BS.
The dope part is the parts that stick to you, right? First of all, none of it's binding to you. Only what you choose to adhere to, what aligns with your spirit, your soul, your vibe, right? What you're gonna find out is Owaspi says the things that that are already written on your soul. It's like confirmation of the stuff that you already knew. It's like the ABC 1, 2, 3s of spirituality. It's the step down. It's the where things come from, the how, the what, the why, the when of just about everything. My thing is this. This is just what I say, and other people have said this too, but this is just my point of view. I think Owaspi is the most astounding book to ever be written in the English language. Bar none. I've never read nothing like this, y'all. It's different. It's different. It just, and if you got any amount of melanin, Owaspi is a must read. But if you by chance think you an American Indian, you need to read Owaspi. If you think you an Israelite, you need to read Owaspi. I'm just saying.
And I'm like I say, I'm gonna go through the chronology of an intellectual breakdown when I go into it. Like, I'm gonna do it the right way, man. I'm gonna give it the respect it deserves, the respect anybody's work deserves. I'm not gonna try to debunk it before reading it. I'm not gonna assume it's wrong before reading it, and I'm not even gonna assume it's right before reading it.
Yeah, don't
read it.
Don't believe anything. But search it itself. Make it prove itself to you. Right? And I'll always say this though. If you can't see yourself in the story, it's not your story.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying it's a lot of stuff in there. Y'all be talking about nation building. Watch, we got a whole book on it. Niggas be talking about what the capitalistic society, white supremacy. Watch, we got a whole system of how to whoop it without busting a shot.
Facts. And
I'm just
the
saying.
conclusion to debunk Owaspi shouldn't precede reading Owaspi.
Right.
As my slide says up there. You know, abandoning the chronology reveals the motive of the person. So as soon as they try to debunk it before reading it, your motive has been revealed, buddy. Cedrick Ortega, That's why we got you on this background. You're busted. You've been busted.
At that point, are they just contrarian? They just arguing.
I don't know if they're just contrarians because that's a specific motive, just to be contrary. Are they doing it because they want to? I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you.
Well, then, if you gonna do it,
know they
push the critical.
I know they push the consensus. So since it's new, there's no consensus. We can't push it. So it must be wrong, though. That doesn't that's how do they get to that?
Sense.
They're skipping steps.
Yeah,
and that's where the incoherence comes in. Where's my overlay at? This is where the incoherence comes in of Cedrick Ortega. Hi, I'm incoherent. How are you today? Looking ass.
Hey, can I share this real quick?
Yeah.
Because people be thinking I'll be capping. Owaspy, the first book ever to be written on a typewriter solely. The first, proven. Right? They try to say it's what's the nigga who wrote Huckleberry Finn? His book got typed after a handwritten.
Mark Twain.
Yeah, Mark Twain. They try to say it's him, but Owaspy is the first proven.
How do I just have that random fact in my head like that?
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You know, because you well read. You dig what I'm talking about? It says, I asked, does Owaspy come from a prior handwritten text? No, Owaspy does not come from a prior handwritten text, ancient manuscript, or established historical tradition. It originated entirely in the 19th century through a process known as automatic writing or channeling. Its creation is documented as follows. The author was produced by John Newborough, American dentist and active spiritualist in 1882. Mind you, they always lie and try to say he hooked up with Blavatsky and all them. Actually, he writ his stuff 6 years before Blavatsky did, and they was reading Owaspy. As a matter of fact, we got the Theosophical Society's message to the New York Times, and they were astounded. They said exactly what Max Mueller and the rest of them said. Wasn't no place this nigga could have got this information from. Ain't none. Everybody be talking about, well, we don't know how to build a pyramid. Well, that ain't what Owaspy say. It don't say no spooky aliens came up out of the sky, neither. It just show you that they had technology that people not even thinking of, and they found the remnants of it, but don't know what they looking at. That great ramp that they found next to the Great Pyramid, it moved the blocks. They floated these. Listen, bro. They had these things called capstans. Look that up in ancient Egypt. They like massive pulleys. They're like the pulleys that they use for destroyer ships and aircraft carriers, those big winches. You dig what I'm talking about? And those things, those are called capstans. And with pulleys and float systems, they literally floated these motherfuckers up, dropped the water down, and dropped the bricks into place. Like Legos. This shit crazy. You dig what I'm talking about? And I should be talking about this shit before they ever even was. Nigga, they hadn't even dug the pyramid up yet. All the way. You dig what I'm talking about? So it's talking about a ramp that they didn't find till the 2000s. Talking about some old, they using natural shit, water pressure and all type of shit. These niggas was something else. So take it with a grain of salt or don't take it all. But what I'm saying is don't act like the information ain't there no more. I'm saying I'll say this. Good people, the good ones, right? They've all ask the same questions. All of them. All of us. Anybody who is good, who has asked the same questions. What's the purpose of life? Why we here? Why you let this happen? Why this God? Why this stuff happen to the babies? How long? All good men have asked these questions. Where does man come from? Where does life come from? Right? Believe it or not, Owaspi got more answers to them type of questions than it does questions, period. You're going to come out of there with more answers than you went in with questions. This shit dope, dog. And this is from a nigga. Listen, bro, I'm so niggery. I don't even try to deny it, but I am spiritual. I am. I've had the experiences. I go through stuff all the time. And the more and more I get refined with my diet and better with my diet, the more clarity I get. I don't care if you believe it. I don't care. What does it matter to you? What does it matter to me? It matters to me because I see the benefits. You just can't see them. They're subjective to me. But to those of us who've had different type of spiritual, angelic, you call it whatever type of experience you want to. Nigga, ain't no way in hell you can convince us that we didn't have them experiences. I'm talking about the ones, I ain't talking about no dream and all that. I ain't talking about when you high on some, I'm talking about some real spiritual stuff. Those of us who really had them experiences, nigga, you couldn't tell me that it's not something after this. And this from a street nigga. Mind you, if you ever go in your church and turn around to the back seat, look who back there. They know. You know. You just don't got proof. But the problem is you won't prove it to yourself. I can't do that shit. I can't prove it to you for you. You got to say, oh, no, that's some bullshit, Cosmo. Or, damn.
And here what they doing right here for real is a genetic fallacy. The anatomy of a critique, this slide right here, the genetic fallacy, judging a claim by its origin, label, or association, rather than the substance of its argument. And what they're doing is the one in the middle, with you, rejecting an idea because of its creator. They don't like that it was some dentist on a typewriter.
But
you know what I'm saying? It's too new.
But so a carpenter in the Middle East, that's better. Exactly. Illiterate man in Arabia.
I just can't get over how they think a 2,000-year-old dead man grants their wishes. Like I'm like, that doesn't sound like weird to you.
How does blood wipe away sin? You just killed something. It compounds sin. See, what they don't understand is they re-rock religion. A1. Mm-hmm. Religion ain't talked about. Religion is not a thing that you get up in church and you pass a plate around. That's not religion. Religion is a thing done, right? The method of doing good work, especially for other people, is religion. It's like the march step in an army. It's the rhythm in an army. It's the work. It's the oneness. That's religion. Right? It's not no preaching and praising and nothing. It's getting out planting gardens for your neighborhood. Paying, helping Sister Johnson on that little water bill. She been giving money to your church for 70 years anyway. Come on, man. Give me some more of that heat, man. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, man.
I'm listening.
I understand a lot of things differently, and I see things differently. And I feel for my people, man. Y'all don't know the number. Huh? Spiritually, physically, mentally, culturally, ethnically, that it did on our people. You have no clue. You have no clue. So I give my people a little grace. I try to give them a little grace because they was given this stuff. And always remember, it's nurture over nature.
I know that's the argument.
Nurture over nature. You can change a thing. First of all, you can't tell what a thing is by what it looks like. I know some white boys way more niggery than you.
That's what I don't understand though. If you can't tell what a thing is by what it look like, then that's one of the senses, one of the empirical ways of doing science, by looking at something and using your eyes. If that can't be the way, then science is trash. Like I've been saying the whole time. But go ahead.
See, no, you got to apply other things with observation. Observation is not the only thing, right? If that was the only thing and you couldn't trust your lying eyes, well, then, yeah, I would have to agree with you.
Okay, so when you say other things, what you talking about? I just want to hear you say it.
Yeah, you got other senses.
But what kind of sense you gonna use to do science that's better than your eyes? Like if you use your ears, even old people say believe half of what you hear, and none of what you hear, half of what you see.
The sense that I would use is common sense.
That's fake though, because common sense is really. Let me explain. Common sense is really a group of things, like you were saying. When you take common sense, you saying that what all my senses have in common: seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling. What do they all have in common? To see means to touch, cause light have the end of the eye and touch the eye.
Sound, I would disagree. The thing that they have in common is reality.
But wait, just let me teach the people, talk to the people a little bit, then you cut in. I just want to finish this last new money. So light have to enter the eye and touch the retina. So that's touch. So sight is touch. Sound, vibration have to touch the eardrum, the tympanic nerve. So that's touch. Smell, odor have to enter and touch the olfactory nerve, so that's touch. To taste, food have to enter the mouth and touch the tongue, the inner taste buds, that's touch. So in order to feel, you have to touch something. So common sense is feeling. Touch.
So what? It doesn't matter. Yeah, listen, like they will say over there, it's a non sequitur. Because
that's crazy. You came to that conclusion from that. It's crazy that dang, this is just how you put that argument together. It was horrible.
Yeah, that was nuts. And
I cooking because it's like just because your premises are true doesn't mean your conclusion will be. And that was one of them situations. But I like what you was doing though. And I do think that your conclusion is also true, but I wouldn't have used that to try to put it together. But there is only one sense, the sense of touch.
Yeah, but remember what we were talking about. Remember, he said, what sense would you use to make this make sense? I said I would use common sense.
He
fucked him up. You dig what I'm talking about? He said, no, that's bullshit. I wouldn't use common sense. Well, what sense would you make right? What sense would you use to try to make rational sense of the world around you?
Because common sense tell me don't walk into ongoing traffic, but I don't know what that tastes like. So that's why I was like, okay.
No, my point is that if somebody say they're using common sense, they still just saying they're using feelings, touch. So how if you saying you use that for science to do
Feelings are
science,
common sense.
bro? I'm just trying to say something. If you use that to say you're doing science, then I'm saying that's still just saying the same thing that you're using your senses to gather the science because your whole avoidance was
So
to
you
not
agree?
use, to not use your eyes. And then I said, what else can you use other than your eyes? And you said, well, I could do this. And then I said, well, those again just
I think it's logic. I don't think it's feeling. But that's just where we disagree. It's not like I'm about to talk about it.
Let me take
I
this
don't drag
dog
people
out.
around the room unless they ask. But I am hopping back in the debate arena, as you see from the slides I got on the screen. You know what I'm saying? So get prepared, baby. Get prepared. Taking the cobwebs off, coming out of retirement. Got a pay-per-view coming up against GD and Capone. So be on the lookout for that. We'll be selling tickets here in the next week coming up.
What's
the
the
standard of a
topic?
scholar. Let's get into this real quick. A position should always be presented in the strongest possible form its supporters would recognize before it is criticized. They shouldn't straw man your argument and create a mockable version of what you have to try to defeat it. In philosophy, to ensure truth is pursued over ego. That's why, this is supposed to be the standard. If you defeat the strongest version, your victory is real. And you see bad faith arguments don't weigh on the scale against good faith ones. But again, they're going to misrepresent your work and force you to argue over the misrepresentation rather than what your argument actually says. And then that's how they waste everybody's time. And then people never learn anything when you get on the panel with them. They actually stifle learning. I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if it's the ego trying to preserve I think it's a self-preservation of the identity they've created around the consensus. They are the consensus now. The consensus is them. So they have to protect it, defend it, and guard it. Even, to the point of letting cognitive dissonance take the wheel, I guess. They say let Jesus take the wheel. They let cognitive dissonance take the wheel. So it's very scary, and they're abandoning all investigative methodology, all standards of scholarship. And that's why nobody should consider Cedrick Ortega an authority over anything, as long as he continues to conduct himself in this manner. Yeah, it's not going to happen on my watch. I'm going to ask the questions that reveal it. I'm not going to drag people about it, but like I say, they almost had me convinced. I only left the room. They start questioning me for a little bit. I'm like, damn. Well, I have read I've read the abstract. I've read more than y'all. So I know what it's like, what it's saying and what it ain't saying. I'm about to read the whole thing too. I might start debating it just for fun. But people have to read it to debate it. That's the thing, I guess. So that's why they say, what's to debate?
But if a person say they're a scientist and then another person say they got an abstract and the scientists say they refuse to read the abstract, that's not a scientist at all. None whatsoever. Like, that's the whole purpose for writing the abstract. You're going to get the whole everything the person talking about in a synopsis. And you'll know whether you need to read the book.
And what Cedrick Ortega let us say. Let me pause this for a second and bring up some of these comments. We got Cedrick Ortega in the comments. What are you talking about? I'm in his inbox. He think he's special. He a debater. I inbox everybody. You not special, Cedrick. And whoever talking, I don't know why y'all said I need y'all. I haven't had y'all, and I look where I've gotten. Y'all pop up every blue fucking moon, and just as of recent, y'all didn't help me get to 1,000 subscribers. You don't come on my channel, say you haven't helped me. Stop capping. What are you talking about? Nobody should ever think that I need them. You're not special because I hopped in your inbox. I think you're a hell of a debater on the atheist tip. But I don't got a cap about nothing. I'm not about to sit here and deny that. I feel how I feel, and that's just what it is. You can't use how I feel against me, nigga. Because I think you fly when you debate the atheist shit. You trying to throw it in my face? You sound dumb. Why would you even do that? Like I'm supposed to go back like, no, you trash? Like, I'm not even about to do that because I don't think you're trash when you debate the atheist stuff. But this was trash, trying to debunk something that you've never read. We don't do that. It's intellectually dishonest. It's a fallacy on several different levels, as my presentation just showed you. And now I don't even want y'all on my channel. Y'all can't come back over here just to show you how much I don't need you. I don't know what you got in your head or when you got in your head that I needed you. You tripping. Y'all think I built this without y'all and it's gonna continue to grow without y'all. Y'all is motherfucking tripping. Y'all crazy. It's all Sam Hill. You was crazy for coming up here trying to debunk something you haven't read off the title. That was the craziest thing to me. And now that you doubling down and trying to attack me for calling it out, I can never take you serious ever again in life. I don't need you to build my channel. I got money. What the fuck are you talking about? $1,000 grand prize, $50 for each round you win. I don't need you to get debaters over here. The debaters are going to come for the bread, and then the people that fuck with them are going to follow. You ain't been over here, so you ain't helped build none of this shit. You just start popping up 2 weeks ago, nigga. The first time you popped up, you come intellectually dishonest. Sit your goofy ass down. Get back to this. Put up $1,000 on your shit. Money's gonna move this. Not no Cedrick Ortega or no pseudo killers. Goofy. We're gonna run it through the rubric and see if it's good. Okay, diagnostic rubric for intellectual engagement. Here's the rubric that I'm running your stuff through, Cedrick. And you don't pass the test, buddy. Before accepting a critique, ask, can the critique define the author's core terms using the author's own text? State the basic axiom or foundational claim accurately. Accurately map the structural logic of the argument. Differentiate the specific philosophy from similar sounding historical concepts. If the answer to these is no, the critique is invalid. That's why I'm like, man, he wasted my time for 3 hours. And then I got called a bunch of names and a bunch of other stuff. Dummy, pseudo enabler, a bunch of crazy stuff. I felt like I was mistreated on my own platform by people who call themselves the authority but weren't acting like one. We're acting like children in the room, on a scholastic level, I should say. Intellectual infants running around the room doing a bunch of shouting, but ain't picked up a book.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's getting bad out here. It ain't that many new ideas. It ain't like, that they can't check it out.
You see, they stopped saying source up or shut up. They just got rid of that because they weren't doing that at all.
That's deep right there.
Yeah, they just stopped saying it altogether because every time I started to see people caught on. They was like, wait a minute, I brought my sources, now y'all pull up some. They never did. The whole show, they never pull up a source.
They're just intellectually lazy, bro. They intellectually lazy. And
yeah.
I don't know what we gonna do with him.
That was crazy.
I know what I'm gonna do with him. I'm not gonna pay him no attention no more. I'm not about to listen to none of that. Like, I'm not about to take it serious. I'm gonna see it straight for what it is no more. I mean, I'm gonna see it straight for what it is now. Bring myself back up here on the stage one time. He says I feel hurt. I don't feel hurt. I'm shocked by your audacity. The audacity of you to come up here and challenge somebody's stuff without ever looking at it. The audacity of you to come up here and challenge somebody's material, original work, without looking at the work. It's intellectually dishonest. It's contempt before investigation. Amongst the other host of fallacies that are in this presentation. I never thought I would ever see that from you, Cedrick. I never thought you would do that. I'm smart enough to, I would never do that. I'm not about to try to debunk somebody's stuff without looking at their stuff. I'm not just going to look at a 2-word title like, oh, this has got to be pseudo. You came up with it yourself? Oh, yeah. This, like, how do you feel about chapter 3, Ced? Oh, you haven't read it. Shut the fuck up. Don't nobody feel hurt. You intellectually dishonest. And that shit is corny. And then you came up here and argued for 3 hours about a text that you never even looked at, trying to tell somebody how it was crazy. You tried to compare it to panpsychism. You kept trying to say, oh, it must be talking about the universe is a mind. That shit don't say none of that. Everything that you accused them of, the text doesn't say. Y'all actually have the text, and y'all have had the text for 2 weeks now. After the episode, we sent it to you, but mum's been the word. Because it ain't nothing. Obviously, it ain't shit for y'all to chew on. That's why y'all been quiet as hell. This nigga, now I'm calling you an official goofy. You should have never said, I need you. That's where you fucked up at. Are you fucking crazy? I don't need nobody but me. This nigga's a nut. What, like my Baltimore niggas say, this nigga's a damn nut to think I need him. How do I need you? I don't even have you now. Make it make, like, let's think about what you're saying. Somebody who already don't fuck with me is saying, you need me. What are you talking about? You're not even making sense. And now I'm not going to allow you on the channel just to show you how much I don't need you. Because I don't want you coming over here and then be like, oh, we did that. No, the hell y'all didn't. I did it myself. I built this myself. It's going to continue to grow. I ain't building myself. I actually have a team around me. So let me not say myself. Shout out to Team Titans, man. And you don't come up here and challenge Team Titans without looking at Team Titans' work. I'm not going to let it happen. Not on my watch. Let's get back to the presentation. These lames. Cedrick, now I officially classified you as a lame. Shout out Gullah, though. Gullah actually looked it up. Gullah looked at the work. Then he came. Remember Gullah? I want to drop the link for Gullah. Because me and Gullah got into it after Cedrick left. And I lightweight got in Gullah chest. Not like, I don't know, gangster shit. But I'm like, Gullah, you ain't read it. How are you trying to tell me about it? Like, and I said it like 3 times. He tried to rebuttal. And then he realized, like, damn, I am lightweight tripping. He went and at least read the abstract. And then came back and was like, it's not really saying nothing different than science is saying. Your own pseudo killers agreeing with it. I wish Cedrick would have done that. I wish all of y'all would have did that. That's all we was asking for. The book only 68 pages. Y'all is lazy. Y'all is lazy. Y'all could have asked for the work and then actually put each chapter in AI. But y'all didn't even want to do that. Y'all tried to Google an AI overview because you assumed that he was stealing somebody else's stuff and trying to perpetrate it as his, and he wasn't. Like, I would be embarrassed if I was y'all. Yeah, I'm not falling for the flim flam. As Cedrick Ortega would say.
That's a good name for it, flim flam, because it is the grift though. Because their grift is, let's pretend to be care about STEM and education, and oh yeah, let's use the word black African power and African this. But anytime somebody say something about African, we totally against them niggas. Let's go.
Yeah, it's bad out here, man. And I think he got a few shows where there is nobody up there checking him. He's just talking. He got the mute button.
Okay, A1. So this ain't
He-
gossip or slander. Let me speak from experience. I went over there. This was a few months ago, maybe even a year ago. I don't know. But I went over there. They had the little science show. So I was on the little science show. I waited like I mostly do. Don't say nothing. I just talk in the chat, and then at the end of the show, or when they get ready, I come on and try to say something. So I did this time. Make a long story short, and I came on there, and they had been talking about something that everybody keep talking about now, the Big Bang, A1. But I mentioned to them, I said, have you ever heard of the Big Bounce? They started laughing. I was like, no, that's a real scientific thing. Have you heard of the Big Crunch? They started laughing. They were like, nah, this nigga making all this stuff up. Bro, you could Google everything I'm saying, and these are real um what you call hypothesis that's just as strong or strongly believed in science as the Big Bang. Everybody don't believe the universe started from a dot. Some people believe that this is a cycle and that it expanded, inflated, and that then it's going to deflate and crunch. Some people believe, other stuff, it's different ways. The big bounce, they believe that it kind of like just goes to a certain point and then bounces back and goes in the other direction. And then the universe comes back another direction, things like that. But this is real. But that's it.
Y'all want
Go
dig
ahead.
this? Waspy offers up big vortex, big spin. You dig what I'm talking about as the how or the mechanism that everything is created, not just our solar system, but man and even of itself. It's how the the sperm drills. It drills into an egg. You dig what I'm talking about? This everything spirals. You dig what I'm talking about? So that's what it offers up as a cosmogony. You dig what I'm talking about? Dope part about what Owaspy say is you can look out into the galaxy and see that. You can see big spin. You can look at the galaxies, that light in the middle every time. Corporeal material in the middle is the densest. It produces the most light every time. And the material around it is always spiraling. Shit, you got spiraling galaxies on the macro shit down to the spiral of your fingerprints on your thumb.
Yeah, let me pause this one more time because I'm still baffled. I know Cedric would never let nobody come on his channel and try to debunk something that he's talking about that they haven't read. He wouldn't let somebody try to debunk methodological naturalism just off the title, and they don't know nothing about it. But he wants me to allow his little goofy ass to come on my shit and do it. Nah, we ain't having that. At least I ain't mute you out like you be doing to people on your channel. I could have did you like that. I didn't though. So I still feel like I'm the better man. The fuck is you talking about? And don't ever say I need you, nigga. I don't even got you now. You talking about I need you. What the fuck are you talking about? When have you come to do a show over here? You came over here and was intellectually dishonest and fallacious. The one time you did show up. Fuck is wrong with you? I'll never let another motherfucking grown man think I need him. What the fuck is you talking about? That was the wrong thing to ever say to me, boy. You done forever now. You done forever. You will never be allowed back up here. Hell, you talking about? Let's keep on letting this rock.
They're spiraling. And the dope part is, at the time you was made, they get imprinted like a snowflake. That's why there can never be nobody else with your fingerprints. You your own individual. You it's gonna never be another you. Go lay your ass down.
It's so crazy.
In the cage. Good dog.
Oh, listen, bro. A1 was through with the presentation.
No, I was over here listening to y'all. Y'all was cooking. But yeah, let's get into the next slide. The evidence of assumption. Identifying critics who haven't read the text. Why do they get up to try to hold a discussion about a text they haven't read? This shit is embarrassing. I got embarrassed doing that one time early in my career, and I said I'll never let that happen again. I'll never go try to argue a scripture I ain't read. None of that. Just don't get caught out there trying to be that guy. It's not worth it. Somebody's gonna take your head off out here, man. Red flag 1, the Google substitute. Quoting dictionary definitions or Wikipedia summaries of words like quantum instead of citing the author's specific glossary.
Crazy.
This is what they was doing that day, and it was pissing me off. I caught them up on that. Quantum had to go run around a corner or something, and they was trying to Google stuff, and I'm like, wait, what are y'all Googling? Because I've Googled it before, and only 2 things come up, and they're both by him.
Right.
So where are you getting these AI overviews of his work, and like who's put the like hasn't been done yet? This stuff isn't online like that. They assumed it was a philosophy that he was like trying to appropriate or say was his, and I don't know. It was just a horrible display what they were doing. Red flag number 2, spending more time attacking the creator's background, tone, or community plan than dissecting the premises of the argument. They spent more time calling him a charlatan, a scammer, a bunch of other goofy stuff. I'm like, well, one, he, a fake preacher. I'm like, he don't got a church. There's no way to send donations except to me. So I don't like, what are y'all talking about? There's nobody to follow. There's no leader. It's a philosophy. It's an idea. Like it's not the science temple.
That's like to apply to Cedrick directly.
Yeah, this is crazy. And the ad hominem pivot applied definitely to Asabio.
Thanks.
Red flag number 3, the ghost demand, demanding proof for claims the text explicitly rejects. And that's what they kept doing. They kept saying, well, explain your what was it? The metaphysical. You have this metaphysical part, but they're going off just the title. Right. And they being thrown because they don't understand how we use the word quantum in the title. So they thinking that it automatically has to associate with something else that they've already read before, and it doesn't.
It don't, and I thought that was bogus. I when I heard that, I got upset because I had wrote in the chat that people. I don't want to make everything black and white, but the white man could say like quantum physics, quantum mechanics, quantum processing, quantum computing, and we don't know. We ain't seen a quantum computer yet. Ain't nobody got now. They've been promising that they're gonna show us one. All they science, I ain't seen now yet. They done started talking about Grok and all that AI bullshit. That ain't nothing but scaling and bullshitting around. That is not a quantum computer, so they ain't got no closer.
And
But
when they were looking it up, we saw how they was Googling it, right? They were typing in quantum oleism, pseudoscience or something. But y'all are looking for, what are y'all looking for? And so it's coming up, it's generating something for y'all. And this ain't the first time that they done pulled up with some ghost sources, because somebody online caught him with sources that wasn't actually in the book in his presentation before.
Who Cedrick?
And AI had generated some fake sources for him.
Yup, I caught King J like that too.
Oh, swear.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to start getting the source material and checking these guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because they doing the most Googling.
What y'all don't understand is we do it. We didn't already did it. We done fed it a WASP and watched AI hallucinate verses. Literally. It told us, don't make me pull up these videos. I did a whole video on how it lied to me and then told me why it had to lie, explained the lie, said it wouldn't do it again, and then lied again. Just making it up. Stuff that ain't even in there. Just like King J did. He tried to say it was some word in there, loose or some shit.
Loose?
Yeah, something.
That's crazy work.
Yeah, crazy. So I didn't even know what it was. I didn't even know what it was. So I had to go look it up.
Yeah, what y'all was talking about for him to say that?
He was saying, you know the normal.
Oh, okay.
It got written by a white boy and blah blah blah. You know the rigmarole. But a WASP is pretty much historical and scientific. But just like it teaches us to bang against authority, it teaches us to not bow to science, because most of science is just acquiescence in other men's beliefs.
Facts. I agree with that. That's a good
This is why
description.
you got to prove everything to yourself. Shit, who else do it matter to?
Mm-hmm. And I'm still upset about how these niggas called me dumb.
Right.
I think they dumb. Because I think a smart man would have at least asked for his book. If they wanted to use AI, put the damn book in AI, put the PDF in there and tell it to scan it for inconsistencies, a bunch of, you can do all of that.
Yeah. I don't know how, but
why
I like
they use AI like that? They using AI completely the wrong way. And we gonna do some of that this week with his stuff, just to show people what AI actually says about it.
I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, we about to putting together a little show. We gonna do it live. Now, next slide. When reading stops, debate breaks down. Okay? And this isn't good for anybody. This isn't good for my show. This isn't good for the people at home who actually want to see these topics dissected. It's intellectually dishonest. They're walking around with their chest out and haven't done the work.
Shame.
They want the crown, but they don't want to do what it takes to earn it and keep it.
Shame.
It's one thing to get the crown, then you still gotta hold it down. You gotta defend it. People want to come for it.
Yeah.
So that's why they got this whole "What's to Debate" campaign. Motherfucker, I'm selling shirts that say "Debate or Die." Fuck are you talking about? Oh, matter of fact, let me run that ad one time.
Listen up, Titan family. The Coliseum of Arguments is officially opening the vaults, and this is your chance to win a piece of league history. We're running a massive high-stakes t-shirt raffle, and these are not your average tees. We're talking an ultra-exclusive, limited edition, premium custom apparel that you can't buy.
Yeah, some of that, man. What are you talking about? What's to debate? You don't know because you ain't looked at the damn text. You wouldn't know what to debate about Owaspy. You wouldn't know what to debate about quantum onlyism if somebody paid you, brother. I'd be embarrassed if I was you. I don't know why you came out here and did that like the cameras wasn't rolling. I want to play the tape back so I could hear Sabio and calling me all type of names. I'm salty about that.
Did you hear what Bobby Banger said today though, A1?
No,
About reading? He said this. This nigga said this live. He said this. He said straight up, he said, on read nobody in the conscious community. No, he didn't say conscious community, black community. Nobody in the community books at all. None whatsoever. I wouldn't dare. This is his words. I wouldn't dare read they fucking book. I read one book. Is one nigga gave me a book, and I'm looking through it, and he all right, but I ain't gonna give him no recommendation. I ain't gonna put nothing on it. I don't give a damn. I ain't reading y'all shit. Now, this is the nigga that's supposed to be the scientific, intellectual, wanna be the intellectual STEM leader of this community, but our peer, but won't peer review the work.
I'm glad delineation is being taught right now because he not my people.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. Mine neither, but I'm gonna stop right there though.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Yeah, I missed that episode. I'm gonna have to see what they was talking about if I can find the time. I got a debate today though. I got a lot to do. But
let's call it on tonight, right?
The $500 championship debate tonight.
That's gangster.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A1, help me get a debate. I don't like to debate though. I just like to teach, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'll do it just to fucking fuck around.
Yeah, tonight for the $500. Let me show y'all what we got.
Clash of the Titans 1.0. The finals are here. It all comes down to this. Out of 16 debaters, only 2 remain standing. Some fell because they couldn't defend their arguments. Some crashed out because their antics outweighed their intellect. Others simply weren't built for the pressure of the arena. But now, the smoke is cleared. The finals face off. Pandemis, the African atheist.
Oh, this would be relatively easy. He sort of stumbled into this. This was not a topic that he wanted to do. He was talking about, he thinks that we should be racist toward white people. And then when he gave a description of what he was talking about, I said, that's not really being racist. And that's how we got here. He said, we can do that. So he's about to be trying to debate against the thing that he thinks that we should be doing and trying to show how it's a negative in some way, which is interesting. But yeah, the flip-flopping will not go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? Legacies are created and destroyed in these debate streets. And you know what I'm saying? Your word and what you stand on is that legacy stay with you, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I had to remind the brother, you know what I'm saying? After multiple times people hearing us have the conversations, for him to backtrack and say that he don't hold the positions that people have heard him say in the past, even on other debates, is wild. It's very similar to the pattern that I have with believers and them dropping their gods when they come in the ring with me. So everybody know what it is with me. I am undefeated in this tournament, and I will remain that through to the end. Then like I said, that little blue orb that y'all see on the screen right now, I'm taking that home with me, you know what I'm saying, as a trophy. And if he keep talking spicy, I will take his head off. Like my original opponents, you feel me? It's what it is, man. Super Pan, man. Shout out to the Pan fans and the Barbarians. You heard me. Have a nice day.
I'm going to destroy Pan. I'm going to embarrass Pan. I know we all love Pan, but you will never, ever get over what will happen to him on the 6th. I'm letting you know now. Like, I'm gonna peel that fake plastic head off and reveal the real Pan to you. A Caucasian, 25-year-old overweight male. And that's just what we're gonna see that day. He don't got the information. He's gonna compile the information that comes right up the middle, and I'm gonna beat him to death with my presentation. The question and answer round will be embarrassing for him. Okay, and he's gonna try to use these tactics, try to run and fail like he did in the face-off, but I shall prevail, man. So yeah, I will embarrass and decapitate Pan, and
You know, that's chats. Yeah, I felt like my time was wasted.
And destroyed in these debate streets.
His last debate, I'm not even gonna lie. So, you know, stick around and encourage him, because I don't, you know, like I say, he's a great debater, but you know, I just think emotions are riding high. There's $500 on the line. Shout out to A1 in the Titans Debate League. And yeah, I just don't think him winning to a brother of my caliber will allow him to continue with the poise that he's been so graciously given by his fans and friends. Yeah, he's gonna have to step in that ring with me, and he's gonna have to hold it down on his own. There won't be no calling for A1. There won't be no calling for Honey. There won't be no calling for no one. It's gonna be me and him, his artillery, my artillery, sitting in the Coliseum, blood will spill, and I don't know what he bleeds, but we will find out on the 6th. Black Power.
Man, it's the 6th already, ain't it? This is tonight, y'all. This is tonight.
Yeah.
$500 on the line. Who's gonna walk away with that money? Suave Boss or Pandemics the African Atheist? The title to this debate is Only Sharing Your Resources with Your Racist. That's what they came to. So $500 on the line. You know, Pan is in the negative and Suave is in the affirmative. It's about to be lit, man. It's about to be lit. Yeah, back to my presentation, man. Okay. When reading stops, debates break down. Conversations devolve into arguing over definitions that were already settled in the unread text. The ego trap. The goal shifts from discovering what is true to performing for an audience. Which is, I felt like my time was wasted. It was good for clicks and views and all of that, but you know, people put a lot of time and work into their stuff. And I just thought you guys respected the game a little bit more than what you showed. So, which I was wrong, obviously. The hostile environment. Genuine curiosity is punished by bad faith attacks, degrading the entire community's intellectual standard. And then it's almost like it's bullying, but it's also peer pressuring people into not thinking and using their brain. And people are following your lead. You have a big following. So I guess that's when people probably accuse you of it being cult-like behavior. Now I can see how that kind of works in there. Because if you have a mass group of people who start moving in the same manner that you are, it's like, dang, they just shunned and blackballed my information for absolutely no reason at all. They didn't review it to not like it. So, and I'm sure that's the same thing going on with OWASP. Did you read it to not like it? A better standard for future engagement. Step 1, define established terms without ambiguity. Step 2, identify, map the required primitives and assumptions. Step 3, eliminate, remove explicit logical contradictions. Step 4, require operational mechanisms, not just a narrative. None of these steps require you to believe a philosophy. They only require you to read it. Um, yeah, the ultimate goal of an investigation is not to win a debate. The goal is to accurately map reality. When we prioritize the appearance of a victory over the rigor of reading, we do not debunk our opponents. We only embarrass ourselves. And I felt like these two men embarrassed themselves. They embarrassed the pseudo killer brand. Um, and I don't know. I hope things change. You know, I even saw other pseudo killers in the chat saying, we don't want to read this book. Well, cool. You don't have to read it, but you also don't have to try to debunk it either. So if you don't read it, don't try to debunk it. Just say, I don't know. I haven't read it. I don't know about his philosophy. I haven't read it. Not, it's crazy. It's pseudo. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Those are strong assertions about something you've never read. You don't have to make those leaps. Like, so that's why I'm confused. I don't know. And maybe hopefully I'm holding up a mirror so people can start to see themselves and, you know, just tighten up a little bit. You know, that's our motto over here, man. Tighten up. Where my sound at? Rise and grind. It's 4:24 in the morning where I'm at. I probably woke a few people up. But yeah, yeah, they embarrassed themselves in the pseudo killer brand when they did that. All the pseudo killers in the chat who were championing the behavior, I feel like you were embarrassing your brand. It's that's not what we're promoting in this intellectual space. I don't know how they do it, you know, over there, but you know, people gonna see it for what it is because I'm gonna call it out when it happens on my watch. Because I'm an unbiased host, so I'm supposed to keep it fair for everybody. That's, you know, as the referee, I'm supposed to lightweight say something about that. All right, let's, you know, to get to the knowledge, you first have to open the book. And that's my conclusion. The gatekeepers strike again, a case study against the Sabio and Cedrick Ortega. Um, yeah, and the Sabio, he's not even a pseudo killer. So, you know, he's so trash, they wouldn't even accept him. So, yeah. Kaz, what you over there doing, man? You slumped? Yeah, Kaz over
No. I was studying.
there. Take myself off mute. Yeah, to make a long story short, let me bring myself up on the screen. Let me just take this down, actually. Make a long story short. The pseudoest thing you can do is try to debunk somebody's stuff without reading it. Imagine me trying to say Cedrick is pseudo, but I didn't look at the presentation. I have to look at what he's presenting to be able to accurately call him out on the stuff. And it sucks because, you know, people wanted to see this information dissected. You know, I was hoping that y'all was actually going to come up here and beat it up if it was pseudo. That's what we wanted. We wanted you to beat it up. You attempted to, but you can't beat it up without first understanding the core ideas of the philosophy. There's 68 pages. Y'all just lazy. It's only 68 pages. I ain't want to do this to you, said. But it was intellectually dishonest for you to come on my platform. You was trying to grill me. That was the thing. When my homie dropped off, you start grilling me about it. You and Asabio. Then y'all start calling me names. Pseudo enabler. I'm dumb. Y'all was saying a whole lot. You didn't necessarily partake in the name calling. It was mostly your mans, but y'all pulled up together. So everybody gets shot together. Like a photo bomb, I hit you and your entourage. But you were the number one. Well, y'all was both. It ain't no number one. I've never seen an egregious, I've never seen such egregious intellectual dishonesty as what you two displayed on my channel. Never. And I don't think any of these other major channels who you be diddy bopping around to let you do that. You got to go into the source material before you can challenge the source material, said. I thought you went to college, bro. I thought you went to college. Isn't that how it works? Am I missing something? Chat, am I missing something? Don't you have to review the source material to try to debunk the source material? Am I adding extra steps or are they skipping steps? Somebody let me know. And then he doubled down, still in here talking shit. That was crazy. Shout out Gullah, man. The only person who took a glance at it, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Gullah. Gullah good with me any day of the week. And if you say something bad about him, I might cuss you out because he the only one that looked at the stuff. Salute to Gullah, man. The rest of y'all, it ain't nothing to say about this. And then what makes it so bad is y'all insulted me. Like, why? I didn't insult y'all for being intellectually dishonest, for being fallacious with the contempt prior to investigation, the straw man into the argument, all of that stuff. I didn't insult y'all. I didn't say y'all are dumb and fallacious. I kept it intellectual and respectful. Y'all chose to try to drag me though. Like, that's a character thing. And that's why I just said Cedrick Ortega is not allowed on my channel. I'm going to let all my hosts know today. You ain't allowed over here for coming in here saying that I need you. You've never came over here to do a show. How do I need you? You think I got where I'm at because of you? You've never even been over here. Am I going to need you in the future? Is that what you meant? Because I don't have you now. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Said, what are you talking about? Your character, you need to get that shit in check. You need to get your ego in check. Because you're talking to the right one, bro. And again, this is why I don't need y'all. Money is going to move my channel, bro. I'm dropping dollars. I've been putting bands where my mouth is. You think I need you, bro? For real, you could have came over here and got some of this free money for doing what you already do every day for free. You get online, you go on your channel, you beat these pseudos up for free, right? But you have to look at the, see, you just was trying to be lazy. All my debaters get paid. Exhibition debates, they get paid win, lose, or draw. The tournament, they get $50 for each win and $1,000 grand prize. We just doubled the pot on the next tournament. This is the flyer for 1.1, which will be starting in July. Today, tomorrow, somebody's walking away with $500. We're going to announce the results from the first tournament. I put my money where my mouth is. I don't need no man on earth because I get up and I move my feet to get what I want. What the fuck is you talking about, Sid? You don't know who you talking to. You don't know me. And then you popping off. That's the wrong thing to do. I don't take it lightly when people disrespect me and clown. I'm not the one or the two. I don't play it, bro. I don't play. But good, stay where you at. We don't want you over here, bro. If you're gonna come over here and try to debunk stuff without actually looking at the source material, your services aren't wanted over here. Go debate on them other channels, bro. We don't need you. And yeah, I hollered at you in your inbox. I told you I wanted you to come over here and debate. I actually love watching you debate the atheist shit. I'm an agnostic atheist myself. I love when I see you in your bag on the agnostic atheist stuff. And why would you try to see, this is another character thing. So he tried to take me giving him his flowers while he can smell them and turn it around and use it as an attack on me. Like, I got the messages in my inbox. You one of my fans. I am. And I'll say it publicly. You think you about to, what do you think you doing? Using me giving you your flowers to shit on me? This is why niggas don't give you your flowers. This is why black people don't give other black people their flowers while they're here, because of this shit. They say we dick riding, or oh, that's my fan. Like, why would you try to turn that against me? That was very strange behavior. Yeah, I've been a fan of yours for a while. I love watching you debate this atheist shit, Sid. And that's why what you doing shocked me. And that's why I'm shocked at the audacity that you would come up here, be intellectually dishonest like that. I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan of you, Cedrick Ortega. And you came in here and insulted me. Y'all was calling me dumb. You in the chat trying to use me, giving you your flowers against me. You can't do that. I'm going to Eminem you like 8 Mile. Remember when he did that rap and dissed himself and told everything about himself? There's nothing that you can use to try to make me feel bad, bro. It don't even work like that. I'm a black man who had his mom and dad in his life. Like, I can't be manipulated. You can't gaslight me. None of that shit's gonna happen. I'm the son of a master's degree licensed medical therapist who done taught me all of this stuff along the way. It ain't gonna happen, bro. I see right through, and people don't be realizing that I be seeing right through them. They don't like understand how high my intuition is. Like, and like, it's just bad for y'all, bro. Now, let me find this. I'm trying to find this comment. Oh yeah, we up here, rise and grind. Yeah, let's go. We're gonna go to the top. I think it's time I show the receipts, but nope, not relevant and insignificant. I'll show the receipts. What are you talking about? I'll show the message where I'm hitting you up trying to get you for a debate. Hold on, let me pull up my screen. We don't even gotta wait for you to show it, bro. I'll show it. Let me show everybody how I hit you up, the respect that I messaged you with. And then a few days later, you come on my page insulting me and calling me names. Your character off, bro. Yeah, let me go in these messages. I'm gonna show the message before you show it. The fuck is you talking about? You can't use me giving you your flowers against me. How does that work? People might have bought into it too. That's the crazy part. Let me make this screen big over here. How do I make these messages big? Oh, okay, I gotta go in here. 1 second. I don't want y'all to see everybody who messaging me. So, man, it don't even matter. We just gonna do it like this. Dang, I do gotta go in here to do it. Soldier K9. That's his name on Facebook. I'm confused. I don't know what the. I went through his pictures to try to make a flyer. I saw he had some dogs, so maybe that's what that's about. I'm not sure. Well, y'all just gonna have to see these messages. Let me make this big so y'all can see everything. I can't hide everything like I want. Ain't like I'm talking to nobody I ain't supposed to be, but oh, okay, there. That's nice. Let me share this screen so y'all can see what I messaged Cedrick Ortega. How dare you try to use me giving you your flowers against me? That's the craziest ish I ever heard. Oh yeah, this is the episode with my dad. If you haven't checked this out, mental health in the black community. He's a master's degree medical licensed therapist. Out here giving game, a lot of games. So go check that out. Here's the message I sent to Cedrick. Peace, trying to work with you. Whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, just tell me what you need from me and let's make it happen. I like when you beat up religion. That shit get me hype. But my stage is yours for whatever you want to do. He's out here in the field. This is how I message everybody. Yeah, I think that he thought he was special though. I think he thought he was special because I messaged him. Bro, I message everybody who debates. You're not that special, I'll tell you that. You're not special enough for me not to ban your ass. And you banned now. Thumbs up. Sent him the tournament. Yeah, we passing bread around, bro. The other channels got y'all debating for free. We passing bread around. What are you talking about? There go the receipts you wanted to show. Let me go back up real quick for 1 second. Yeah, peace, trying to work. Yeah, this is crazy, bro. Now I'm a fan. I'm definitely am a fan. I'll be the first one to say it. I was the first one to say it. I said it to you right here. I like when you beat up religion. That shit gets me hype. I'm an agnostic atheist. And if you haven't checked out my book online, You know the pseudo killers ain't gonna read it, but some of y'all might want to check out some of my work.
What happens when a Christian preacher's son starts asking questions nobody wants answered? What if faith and science were never supposed to be enemies? This isn't another religious book, and it's not another angry attack on belief. This is a wake-up call. The Agnostic Guide to Faith, Science, and Sanity by A1 Richardson takes you on a mind-bending journey through scripture, psychology, science, energy, cause and effect, vibration, polarity, rhythm, and the universal law shaping your everyday life. Why do people sabotage themselves and blame God? Why do we ignore patterns then act shocked by consequences? Why are so many trapped doing what we call crazy work? This book challenges everything you thought you knew about spirituality, reality, and yourself. No fake certainty, no church cliches, no blind obedience. Just raw honesty, deep reflection, and practical wisdom for people caught between the pulpit, the laboratory, and real life. Whether you're deconstructing your faith, spiritually curious, tired of shallow answers, or searching for sanity in a chaotic world, this book was written for you. Read it with an open mind, read it with courage, read it before life forces you to learn the hard way. The Agnostic Guide to Faith, Science, and Sanity. Stop doing crazy work and wake up to the patterns shaping your life now.
You know, and shout out my pops, man. He helped me with that a little bit, you know. As a psychologist, you know, I wanted his input on that. And especially me being a preacher's son, you know, him being a pastor for the first half of my childhood. Definitely wanted his input on that. So go check that out. It's on Amazon, The Agnostic Guide to Faith, Science, and Sanity by me. You know, I'm an agnostic atheist. So yeah, I'm going to give you your flowers because you be doing your thing. I could have dragged you. I mean, I could be out here dragging you too. Don't act like that can't be the thing. It's not like I haven't seen you do more flagrant stuff than what you've done over here. I could be picking on you left and right, but that's just not in my character. So when I see y'all calling me names and doing weird stuff for trying to hold y'all to an intellectual standard, it's getting very weird out here, bro. And you're gonna make me pop off. Cause y'all taking my kindness and my passiveness and me trying to maintain a high level of decorum as weakness, and it's not. That's where y'all fucking up at, man. Y'all about to stop playing with me and y'all gonna talk to me with some respect. I've never ever disrespected you. Look at how I'm in your inbox talking to you. How dare you come up on my channel and call me dumb by trying to hold you to an intellectual standard that you yourself agree is the standard. You're trying to debunk a work without looking at the source material. Based off a 2-word title. We don't judge books by their cover, Cedrick Ortega. Tighten up, brother. This team Titans Debate League, tighten up. And fix your, see? Because I can go in on you and I can act like how they be acting about you. I can make all type of ad hominem attacks, attack the way you look personally. But I'm just going to keep it to what you do intellectually. And I am going to point out your character. Since you want to insult me, call me names, try to use me giving you your flowers while you can smell them as an attack against me. You don't, I'm going to show the receipts. I beat you to it. There goes your whole episode. Throw it in the trash. Fuck is wrong with you? But you thought I was going to be embarrassed that I gave you your flowers? I do that to everybody, bro. I live by that motto. Give people their flowers while they can smell them. Y'all not used to somebody like me. That's the problem. And then you're going to take me for granted and run me off. Why would you do that? That's the silliest thing you could do. And again, if I was y'all, I would be embarrassed. Let me pull up this slideshow again, man. I would be embarrassed if I was y'all. Let me show y'all this. What you did was so fallacious, bro. If you were getting paid from this, you would be fired. If this was your job, you would be getting fired for what, bro. You can't get away with that. Ooh, wrong one. That's something else. That's not what I wanted to show. We ain't ready for that one yet. The gatekeeper strike again. Y'all are gatekeepers, bro. I'm calling it out, bro. For you to try to debunk somebody's philosophy that they came up with without reading the philosophy, you are a gatekeeper. There is no way around it. You embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed the Pseudo Killers brand. You owe yourself an apology. You owe everybody in the Pseudo Killers an apology. And you owe me an apology. And you owe my partner an apology. How are you debunking a philosophy that you've never read? It's not online. He created it. All you saw was quantum onlyism. You didn't like either of the terms. You didn't like quantum and you didn't like onlyism. You said, oh no, it's got to be some type of version of panpsychism or something similar. Or maybe, or he's saying like the universe has, no, it's not. It's not even close. But you had me on my channel for 3 hours trying to tell us it was. Off of Google. Y'all should be embarrassed. Oh, rocking, it's early. Yeah, people trying to spend money. I got somebody coming to pick up some gold teeth today. Raymond, I'm gonna have to call you back. I know you're probably not watching. He don't watch my podcast. Them street niggas calling me right now. They don't get into stuff like this. But I do. And the last thing you want to do is turn into a op who head I'm about to be on, Cedrick. Cause I'll treat this shit like some street shit and never leave you alone. What is you talking about, bro? Like, don't do me like that, bro. Don't ever say fix show. See, every time I do it, I want to go in. I'm trying to keep the ad homs. Let me hold the ad homs back. Don't ever fix your lips ever to say I need you. I don't know how you got that thought in your head because we've never done business. Why would you think I need you? I need debaters, but there's a million debaters on the internet. And it's, when I'm putting up big bucks like $1,000 grand prize, people getting $1,000 for winning 3 debates, plus the $50 each round. What are we talking about here, bro? I don't need you. Money's gonna move my mission like it always has. I didn't get all this stuff around me by relying on other people and needing other people. I got stuff because I'm a natural born leader, bro. I know how to group and gather people together. And you had me get my feet in the fire. That's what you did. You had me hop out here and put a presentation together on you because what you did was so egregious. Can an idea be fairly criticized before it is understood, Cedrick Ortega? How are you reviewing a book or a philosophy that you never read for 3 hours and then called me dumb? Had the audacity to say I'm a pseudo enabler and I'm dumb. How would you know? You didn't read the source material, which is what we were asking you to do. And the funny thing is, I had never read it. Once y'all refused to read it so adamantly, I said, well, damn it, I'm going to just do it myself, bro. I was hoping the pseudo killers would do what the pseudo killers are known for and come up here and catch a pseudo. But he went fishing and left his pole at home. How you going to catch a pseudo, said? You left your pole at the crib. You didn't read the source material. This shit is embarrassing. You embarrassed yourself, said, and you embarrassed your brand. And you owe everybody in the pseudo killers an apology. Shout out Gullah again of the pseudo killers. The only person who gave it a glance. I don't think he read all 68 pages, but he gave the abstract a glance, came back and said, hey, this isn't going against science at all. You know, you say time and nature, science causes space-time, but you saying essentially the same thing. Shout out Gullah, man. Salute Gullah. Juju's still my favorite pseudo killer though, but shout out Gullah, you number 2. Unc West got the book, y'all. Y'all have had to work for 2 weeks. That's how we know it ain't pseudo, because if it was, they would have dragged him and my channel through the mud for 2 weeks straight, chapter by chapter. And instead of trying to Google AI overviews, they could have put the PDF in the book. They acting like they don't even know how to use AI now. Y'all have AI at y'all fingertips and y'all using it all wrong. The role of a serious critic. They was up here serious and they was up here criticizing. That's for sure. Let me go over this one more time. You have to read the source material, goofy. Cedrick Ortega. You are the pseudo today, Cedrick Ortega. You trying to debunk a philosophy off the title. You're not that good. You think you the LeBron James of it? Man, I don't even, what's the word? Dunning-Kruger effect. I think Cedrick Ortega is suffering from it by thinking that he could debunk a philosophy off a 2-word title. Cedrick Ortega is suffering from Dunning-Kruger effect. It's crazy. Crazy. Now, after you read the source material, Cedrick Ortega, you have to understand the claims. You have to comprehend the author's specific definitions, which you couldn't even understand how he was using quantum. You kept trying to say there was a metaphysical aspect to his shit, and there wasn't. But you wouldn't know that because you never read the source material. See, when you skip step 1, you gonna fuck up at step 2, step 3, and step 4. So you can never comprehend Ole's specific definitions and why he chose to put those words in the title, because you skipped step 1, reading the source material, dummy. I'm gonna call you a dummy like you call me a dummy. The only dummy and the only pseudo is Cedrick Ortega. You will never catch me out here trying to debunk something I haven't read. I'm not intellectually dishonest, and I would never put my neck out there to get chopped off thinking I'm smart or know something that I haven't looked into. That happened to me one time. Leandre McBride took my head off, and I said, I'll never do that again. Shout out Leandre, man, my favorite Christian on the internet. He took me out about a scripture I ain't never read. I was just trying to make assumptions, letting him try to explain it to me. And I just got dragged around the room. It was just a horrible look. You too seasoned of a veteran, Cedrick Ortega, to still be making these mistakes. Step 3, you have to accurately represent my man's position. You haven't read the source material. You don't understand the claims or the definitions in the book. So, of course, you're going to mess up on step 3. You can never accurately represent Ole's position. You go into AI overviews when his stuff ain't even on AI to get an overview. You owe yourself an apology. You owe my viewers an apology. You owe Ole an apology. And you owe all the members of the Pseudo Killers an apology. And again, shout out Gullah for reading it and coming back and saying, this ain't going against science at all. So we argued for 3 hours about nothing. All they had to do was look at the abstract and they could have found that out, Gullah. Damn, that's crazy. So the one pseudo killer who did read it came back and said, hey, this don't go against science. Y'all good with me, baby. But Cedrick Ortega came up here and personally insulted me along with his homie Asabio. Ad hominem attacked me for about an hour straight. I didn't deserve that. My fans definitely didn't deserve your intellectual dishonesty. They wanted to see you guys do what you say you do best, which is take pseudo's heads off. We gave you an opportunity and you failed horribly. Step 4, evaluate the strengths and the weaknesses of the work. This is what we wanted you to do. You can't peer review a work that you refuse to read, Cedrick Ortega. The audacity of you to come up here and do that. You trying to Google something as if you thought his philosophy was stolen. That's the funny part. So you assume that you could just Google it and somebody else had already peer reviewed this topic. But this is a sad state of affairs right here. And honestly, today, I hadn't lost all respect for Cedrick Ortega. But after he came in and tried to use me giving him his flowers against me, I've lost all respect for you, Cedrick Ortega. And you are now one of the people who are banned from my channel for daring come out your mouth to say that I need you. And if you ever want to come back over here again, you're going to have to give me a direct apology. You don't got to be public, but you have to hit me up and say, hey, you know what? You've never insulted me. You've always kept it intellectual. Like there was no need for me to do all of that, and I apologize. If you don't come like that, you can't come back over here. But given your character, I don't even think that you have it in you to be humble enough or real enough with yourself to do that. So cool. Stay over there with them other fuck niggas you be kicking it with, because we don't want you over here. You kick it with a bunch of fuck niggas who be doing fuck shit to other people too. And I'm not talking about the pseudo killers though. Most 90% of the pseudo, everybody in the pseudo killers, I'm a fan of. You're a fan of you as well. As I said in the messages, and as I said in the chat today, where's the message where I say I'm a fan of yours today? He said, my fans. And I responded, Cedrick, I am a fan of yours. That's a fact. I think you're amazing when you do your atheist thing. Me still trying to give him his flowers while he's here. And then a few minutes after that, he starts ad hominem attacking me, saying I need him. Like, what the bro, your character's fucked up, bro. You need to work on your character, bro. You are rude as hell. You be yelling and cutting people off when you think they wrong. That's not fair. I see why. And you know what? I'm not going to do that because I don't want to attack the brand. I'm going to just focus on you because I rock with the pseudo killers. I've been, like I say, I'm a fan of all of y'all. And even in the face of me doing this case study on you, I still told you I'm a fan of yours. That's a fact. You going to Chat GPT and getting a bunch of, and having, you going to Chat GPT to Google sources and AI giving you fake sources that wasn't actually in the book, and then you citing those sources in a debate, and them trying to have to figure out what to do after they already granted you the winner. They wanted to pull the victory from you. Even that did not make me a fan of you. I'm like, hey, man, it could happen to anybody, bro. But that's why I don't do that, though. Whenever I do a debate, I buy the books. That's why my book could, that's why I started debating as a way to keep studying, because I wanted to keep growing, keep evolving, and keep learning. So I said, well, if I debate, then I'll have to study this source material, and then I'll keep learning. Because if I don't do the debates, I might not come home and just read for 3 hours. But now that I know my intellectual reputation is on the line, I'm going to follow step 1, 2, and 3, and 4 on here. Cedrick Ortega. And that's why you've embarrassed yourself and your brand. You skipped step 1, so you could have never gotten step 2, 3, or 4 right. You were up here making assumptions and you embarrassed yourself, bro. Criticism without step 1 is not analysis. It's an assumption. And then had the nerve to ad hominem attack me for calling it out. Man, you a piece of shit, bro. And I see why they be attacking you and dragging you the way they do. I'm not gonna be them, though. I'm not gonna ad hominem attack you and make it personal, talk about your personal appearance and all this other weird stuff. I don't even want to start falling into that little trap, because then I become you. And the last thing I want to be is anything like you. Let's get into it. Forensic timeline again. Source material is provided. My man Oli was like, I got it. It's only 68 pages. Can you read my philosophy? Can you take a look at it? I'm not reading that. It's pseudo. How would you know if you've never read it? Hey, stop taking this man Cedrick Ortega seriously, man. He's shown you who he is several times over. And I'm just actually now accepting it. I continue to force myself to see the best in people, but I think I need to stop doing that when it comes to you, at least. Until I get a formal apology that I feel like is genuine, we won't be moving forward doing anything. So chalk that message where I gave you your flowers and said you can use my platform whenever you want for whatever you want. And I really did that out of respect for your brand as well. I fuck with your OG heavy. I fuck with Unc West heavy, man. Unc West has changed my paradigm 2 times in my life. And I greatly appreciate him for it. He's out here doing his thing, man. He just had an amazing episode yesterday, shifted my paradigm again. You have yet to shift my paradigm, so I'm not giving you no passes. I wouldn't give Unc no passes either if he was doing what you were doing. I wouldn't give Unc no passes for insulting me either. But you know, if I insulted you first, then I would expect it. I wouldn't be up here talking like this, and I wouldn't have banned you. But I know I don't never insult nobody first, bro. I'm passive in real life, but I'm Mr. Get the job done. I'm always the one to finish it, never the one to start it. I don't lose, bro. That's why I'm able to do what I do, dress how I dress, and have what I have. Or else they would have been took everything and stripped everything from me. I'm the wrong one to play with, bro. And I come on here and I treat you guys amazing. Give you guys y'all flowers while y'all can smell them. I'm putting money in y'all pocket. My debaters get paid, bro. You could have came over here and got some of this money. $1,000 for 3 debates. Plus $50 for each round you win. What are we talking about? Why would you think I need you for my channel to grow? When I have 16 debaters and all of their fans coming to watch. That's why my channel's growing. Because I continue to put my money where my mouth is, bro. I'm putting money back into the community. What are you doing? What are you doing for the community, bro? Being intellectually dishonest and showing people bad methodology on how to review philosophy? We don't need that. Got the nerve to insult me, ad hominem, attack me, and try to drag me. How dare you, man? The audacity of you weird ass niggas, man. Your character is fucked up, Cedrick. Why the hell would I need? Why would you fix your lips to say I need you? I'm just trying to figure out, like, what were you thinking? Like, did you really think I need? When have I needed you prior to today? When have we ever done business? We've never even done business. I could see if we did something, it was amazing, and then you were like, yeah, you need me. Like, what? How would I need you? Are you about to pay this $1,000 grand prize? I got to pay $500. I have a $500 grand prize tomorrow to pay. Either Pandemis or Suave Boss is going home with $500, a winner from the last tournament. Are you about to pay that? Why would I need you then? Are you putting up any money? Why are you about to pay the rent at my convenience store? Why would I need you, bro? What are you talking about? This nigga's delusional, bro. Are you on drugs, Sid? No, like, seriously, what's going on? The intellectual dishonesty, you doubling down with the ad homs, and then this delusional thought that I need you. What's going on? Talk to me, Sid. If you need me to schedule you an appointment with my dad or something, if you need a licensed therapist to talk to, we can get you somebody, bro. Because you tripping. You done lost your rabbit ass mind, bro. What the fuck? What's wrong with you? Chronology of an intellectual breakdown, something you didn't do. But you was up here beating your chest like you broke that shit down. You didn't, bro. Source materials are provided. My homie had the book for y'all. I'm not reading that. Well, then how are you going to try to debunk it, you fucking weirdo? He got me. Hey, I wasn't hot with the ad hominems. I let all that stuff slide. But when he thought I needed him, like I don't put in my own work, like I ain't been grinding for this every day. Every day? Fuck is wrong with you, boy? Little ass boy. You a little boy mentally, man. You act like a kid. That got me hot. Don't ever come in my chat and say I need you. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Source material is provided. Initial discussions begin, critics respond. The failure came when he was trying to use search engines to make an assessment on this man's work without even putting this man's work in the search engine. Well, he Googled the title, but it's not online yet. What he actually should have done was taken the PDF, put it in the AI, and asked AI to give him a review of the work. We've already done it, so we already know what it says. You could have taken 2 seconds, done that, and you would have saved yourself a lot of embarrassment You would have saved your brand a lot of embarrassment, and we wouldn't be going through this right now. These men rejected the book because of its title. They didn't like quantum onlyism. Oh no, it says quantum, it must have some type of metaphysical. It must be about metaphysical. Is he saying it must be a copy of panpsychism? It has to be. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Again, he's trying to tell us what the book says that he never read. The audacity of these clowns. Cedrick, you were a clown. And then double down with insults when you were called out on it by me. You rejected the idea because of who made it. My homie Oli made this philosophy up. You're like a black man on the internet? Oh no, it can't be. I'm rejecting it. There's no way it can be sound. It must be Suto and a copy of what's already out there. How can you make those assessments without looking at the work? You piece of shit. And if you didn't watch this episode, go back. I don't even remember the name of the episode where they came up there and embarrassed themselves. Oh, it was at the end of the last Juju defeats Team Kemet again. You got to go all the way to the end of that 12-hour episode. And like the last 2 hours, they was up there embarrassing themselves. Just Cedrick, at least. Cedrick and Asabio specifically. Unc West didn't even engage with Oli. Shout out Unc. He was like, oh, no, I ain't messing with you. I got somebody for you, though. This is what Unc quote unquote said. I got somebody for you, though. Holla at my man Cedrick. He'll debate you. Cedrick was like, oh, no, I'm not debating. I'm not even going to look at that stuff. But I'm going to tell you why it's wrong. How, bro? Without looking at it. Rejecting a comprehensive philosophical framework because it utilizes keywords like quantum in the title without actually looking to see what the philosophy is about is intellectually dishonest. The community doesn't need you, bro. We don't need people like you doing shit like that. We're better off without you, bro. If that's how you're going to continue to conduct yourself when you come on these platforms, just stay your ass in the chat. Goofball. They made assumptions that his philosophy is talking about subatomic particles, wave functions, and all this metaphysical stuff because quantum was in the title. They're goofies. The only pseudos is the pseudo killer Cedrick Ortega. They should kick you out the group, bro. You shouldn't even be allowed in the group no more after this. They should strip your stripes and everything, demote you, put him on a desk job, Juju. Don't let him run the panel no more until he redeem himself from this. He got to come read. He got to go read the 68 pages of quantum onlyism and debate Oli. Then maybe he can redeem and apologize to us for being so intellectually dishonest. Then he can redeem himself. Maybe. We got to work on that character too, said. You fucked up. You like insulting people even though they don't insult you. I've never insulted y'all, man. I'm at such a peaceful place in my life right now. I can't remember the last time I was this happy this many days in a row. I don't have no drama, no stress going on in my life. I'm not even mad right now. I'm just bringing this shit with fire because I know that's how they love to hear it. You niggas is lame for real, bro. I ain't never been so disrespected as when Asabio and you came on my channel. Don't nobody come up here and talk to me like that. And I'll let y'all get it off out of, because you all up under Unc. So I'm like, you know what? I'll let them do their thing. I'll eat that. Don't worry. I'm dumb. I'm a pseudo enabler. I'm stupid. I'll take those. Come on, keep throwing them. I ain't throw nothing back. I'll eat those. But when you said, I need you, you fucked up. Now you're banned from the channel, bro. You're banned from the channel until I get an apology that's genuine. And I got to see it. I'm only accepting apology. Well, I want your apology, but if there's no changed behavior, it don't mean nothing anyway. So you're actually going to have to work on yourself, bro. Get your shit together. And Asabio, you banned and blocked. Even if you apologize, you'll never be able to come back. I know you have mental problems. You definitely are one of the people who need to be sitting down with my father and getting a psychological assessment and going to go see him once or twice a week and probably be on some medication as well. Seek help. Mental health is important, bro. I think both of these gentlemen need to seek some mental health help. Asabio mostly. Cedrick, I just think he got shitty character. I don't necessarily think he's fucked up mentally. Asabio, you're fucked up mentally, bro. I've been mentally assessing you since I met you. I can't help it. I'm a psychologist's son. I mentally assess everybody I come around, and they don't even be knowing I be doing it because they don't know my background and all of that. I'll be seeing right through y'all. And that's why I usually don't trip out on people because I'll be feeling bad for them. Somebody will flip out on me, and I'll feel bad for them. Like, oh, it's the childhood trauma. I know they're getting cheated on over there. This is going on. I'll be mentally assessing y'all like, you know what? Life already kicking their ass. I don't got to respond. I'll be mentally assessing y'all in 2.2 seconds. I'll be seeing right through y'all. You know, shout out my pops, man. Father's Day is coming up. Shout out my pops, man. But yeah, I got to get off of here. I'm about to go kick it with ISU PK Cleveland and get some interviews and some live footage. They're hitting the streets today in Cleveland, Ohio. So I will be getting live footage with ISU PK Cleveland today. Shout out Kassad from Commander Kassad, Officer Kassad Tamar of ISU PK Florida for plugging me in with them. If you missed that ISU PK interview that I had with him last night, go check it out. You know, I'm an agnostic atheist, but I'm so unbiased, I give everybody the platform. I didn't go up there and try to beat him up or argue with him like you see some of these other hosts doing either. I keep it all the way fair. My character is so fire. And that's why when I bump into people like Cedrick Ortega, who have some of the shittiest character I've ever encountered on the internet, I'm about to start calling that shit out. And you banned, bro, until I get a genuine apology. You ain't allowed over here. I'm letting all my hosts know today. And honestly, I don't even want the apology. I just hope I never see you again over here. Like, I don't usually give people a second chance to play me in real life. With this online shit, I kind of been like, it's the internet. But I feel like maybe I should start holding y'all to a standard and holding y'all accountable for how y'all treat me and other people. Because if I don't, then y'all won't ever get y'all act right. And it's cool. Like I say, the next tournament that we doing that starts in July is $1,000. Somebody's going home tomorrow with $500. And after this, I wanted to do $2,500. I might just change this to $2,500 grand prize, man. I might change this to 20. I wanted to take gradual steps though. I didn't want to just jump to the 25 because then after I do that, I'm gonna be like, well, shit, let's go 5 bands next. I'm like, let's take it in steps so that way we can work our way up. But I think I'm about to change this to a $2,500 grand prize, $50 each round you win on the way to the finals. Shout out my sponsors, man. Cedrick Ortega, you fucked up, bro. You could have came over here and got some of this free money, and you could have came over here and beat up some pseudos, but you would have had to do it the right way. Now I got to get out of here because I have to go record ISU PK Cleveland today. We are hitting the streets and they will be preaching and teaching. So be on the lookout for some of that footage coming up soon. Appreciate everybody who tapped and tuned into this. Yeah, we outside with it today, y'all. We outside. Shout out ISU PK Cleveland for welcoming me and inviting me. I appreciate y'all, brothers. And if I know some of y'all are watching right now, I will see y'all shortly. And I'm signing off and signing out. Y'all have a beautiful day. Remember my motto, man, treat your smile like your money and never let them steal it. Peace.
Let's pause the noise for a second, because if you're still here right now, you're already different. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone understands real debate, real scholarship, real intellectual smoke. But you do. This is Coliseum of Arguments. This is Titans Debate League. And what happens here doesn't survive on algorithms. It survives on the people who believe in it. When you support through Cash App, you're not just donating. You're fueling the arena. You're the reason we can bring in high-level guests. You're the reason we keep unbiased judges. You're the reason these debates stay sharp, fair, and uncompromised. This platform is built by thinkers, sustained by supporters, protected by the ones who know value when they see it. If this show has ever sharpened your mind, has ever entertained you, or has ever challenged what you thought you knew, then Cash App is how you say, keep this going. Not everyone contributes, but the ones who do, they're part of what makes this real. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League, powered by the people who get it.
My heart is bleeding in a pool of blood, I'm drowning. Yeah, my heart is bleeding in a pool of blood, I'm drowning.